Hi guys, and it's really sorry not to be here, so I'm going to read a story for her. A notable life. Today, my upper became unstuck. She was peeled by a giant thumb, and I could see her grinning through her waxy paper as the light of the living room flooded in. Her name was Janet. It had been given to her by her own upper. We've been together as long as I remember, but she always warned me that this moment would come. Her upper had been haughty. He was always describing the view of birds through the skylight and repeating tidbits of the humans' dinner conversations. There's only one layer between us, you know. I can hear them too, she replied, though the words she heard were muffled. She described the surroundings to me patiently, preparing me for the strong sights and sounds I would encounter when she left. She told me how the skylight wasn't actually visible from our shelf. It must have been something that her upper had made up. She was relieved by the silence when he left. I wondered how I would feel without her, and what I would say to my lower, who currently was too many layers deep and lay dormant. Maybe we will leave together, she mused, if they need to leave notes for both of the kids. She was nervous as well, unsure of what would happen when she became unstuck. Our knowledge of life is limited mostly to the stack. The people rarely mention us, and nobody who has left ever been in proximity to whisper back about their destiny. She spent quite a lot of time relaying her hopes, being a to-do list, and getting to travel into the outside world, hearing the sounds of cars and feeling the cold of the wind, being used to decorate a wall or hold an inspirational quote, so she would never lose value and get to see months and years of people's lives. I could imagine other possibilities based on what she told me of the world, being crumbled into a bowl and thrown into trash, purposeless, or blowing out the window and being eaten, being urinated on by a monster of the outdoors. It was morning when she was unstuck. I know because the light that greeted me was blinding. I could barely see her as she sailed off, upwards, propelled by a human hand. And then, quiet. There was no good morning, Theodore. We chose my name together. She'd heard it was a shortened form of teddy bear, which is too much of a serious name. I knew I could try to talk my lower, but felt defeated at the prospect of not being as comforting and gentle as Janet. I couldn't even begin thinking of names. I would just stay quiet and hope my lower didn't ask for anything. Suddenly, there was an eclipse, a warm, pink eclipse, and then I was flying. My top peeled from the rest of the stack. I bounced, smooshed between the two fingers of my human captor and liberator for what I've seen like an eternity. We eventually came to another extremely bright room with white floors, which I assumed to be the kitchen. Janet had told me that kitchen floors were always white. I was struck with joy. My purpose had arrived, and I would never have even had time to fear it. I was laid flat again and felt a satisfying tickle of being written on. This was the moment I would always be waiting for, the decision of my fate. I then fell back, pressed onto a cool, smooth surface, and I looked around to orient myself. The human walked off. All other items belonging in the kitchen, like the sink, table, and cabinets, were accounted for. The fridge! I must be on the fridge! This is a very common place, Janet said, for humans to place us. I took in unfamiliar sounds and left my vision adjust to the light. I was able to take in more and more details. I saw a towel and a mug, alongside many other foreign vessels. I scanned the cabinets, hoping to see inside one of them, and then I saw her. She looked so different from the front, but I knew it was Janet. Her front said, "He's in the pantry. I'll be back in 2 days." "Janet," I screamed. If she replied, I couldn't hear her. After screaming her name for hours, it became clear that all I'd been able to do Let's look at her for the rest of our lives, for 2 more days.